You would see in a place like South Bombay, there are, young boys, they wash 50, 60, 70, 80 cars every day morning from 5 o'clock till 7, 7:30. Post that, they start doing some another job. Post that, so in one day, that boy does 3 jobs. And he enjoys. Why? There is no, burnout stage in his life. Why?
Today we have with us Rajyogi Brahma Kumar Nikunj. Nikunji, welcome.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Nikunji, the very important question that I am coming across is job burning out, especially with the young generation falling into 30s, after 32, 34, including me. We feel we sort of don't want to work anymore. However, on the contrary, this is the age where we have to work more to have our so-called future secured. It's a biggest dilemma that the generation is going through, and not me alone, but so many people. How do we deal with it?
See, India per se, if you go by history, it has always been I would say, job-oriented country. And in initial days, when we got independent, any household, they would just dream of having their child getting a government job, so that by the time he or she gets retired, life is settled. That was the only aim. Okay, when we started growing, then of course, post 90s, there was globalization, and people started seeing a lot of opportunities. A lot of, I think even in pre-independent era, a lot of people who had gone to study abroad, they had stayed there, they decided to settle there. But then when they found that the country is now got independence, they came back, started their own companies and so on. Now we have seen a stage where there were no jobs. For one job, you would see, in those days, there would be hundreds of aspirants. Even today, I am seeing that in spite of getting good degrees, children are not getting job. My own experience, I would say, I came across, I was traveling south, I came across one Nariyal Pani wala. So he was having this Paytm ka, this QR code. So we just stopped by and we were having coconut water. I was in my car and he just saw me and he started chatting with me. What surprised me was that he was a B.Tech in engineering, but no job. So the question which you have raised, that job burnout, here I think the burning question first is there is no job. People are getting distressed that in spite of getting good education, parents, in spite of spending lakhs and lakhs of rupees on fees, the children are not getting job. So this is one situation. And another situation which you are saying, that is also very, very alarming. Now, if you see what trend is going on in US, in US, today the retirement age, it is coming down to 45 or 48. We just had a group of businessmen from US in our international headquarters in Mount Abu. So they are now gradually going on that stage that any person, he or she, they should work only till the age of 48 or 50. That's it. Post that, they should start spending time with themselves. So they are now following the trend which India was following 50 years back. In India, there was something called Grastashram, Vanprasthashram. So post 60 in India, it was like that, post 60, it's your retiring age. You take rest, play with your grandchildren. But now today you see most of the industrialists, the top heads of big business houses, they are all in their 80s. So I think somewhere there is a crossing of cultures between the West and India, especially. What we should understand here is when you use the word burnout, see anyone, he or he would go on continuing to something, some job or anything, till he or she enjoys it. Why would anyone do anything if he or she does not enjoy it? So the question which comes here when you use this word enjoy means what? Joy. I should be getting joy if I am a person who is washing 100 cars daily. You would see in a place like South Bombay, there are, young boys, they wash 50, 60, 70, 80 cars every day morning from 5 o'clock till 7, 7:30. Post that, they start doing some another job. Post that, so in one day, that boy does 3 jobs. And he enjoys. Why? There is no, burnout stage in his life. Why?
Maybe he requires money to feed the family.
He requires money also, but he enjoys also. So being a journalist, I would, ask you to meet such people. They enjoy. They say that we just love this. We just love to be busy. You don't want to sit free. Money is a separate part. Because survival, money, livelihood, they are all there. But first and most important thing is that am I enjoying what am I doing? If in my case, as a yogi, I entered this life at the age of 13. It's been 35 years for me now. So at the age of 47 or 48 today, I'm still enjoying meeting people. I still enjoy talking. I still enjoy writing. So I enjoy it. It gives me joy. So what I would say, all the young people like you and those who are listening to me, find your joy first. Unless you find that joy, you won't be able to enjoy anything. And that is why I have seen there is a typical trend of today's youngsters. They switch over jobs very fast. They are not at all, stable in a single job. And you look 50 years or forget 50 years, maybe 2 decades back, a person who joins one company, he retires from that company. So today it's not so. Why? Because somewhere they are not finding that joy, and there is this word called job satisfaction. What is that? You are doing something, so you should get something out of that. One is that you are getting salary, that is monetary benefit. What else? Today in India, we have suddenly woken up to something called emotional needs.
Yes.
Till few decades back, we were not so, concerned about emotional.
Even 10 years back, we were not.
9 to 5, you have to go.
Yes.
That was the 9 o'clock I have to reach, 5 o'clock I have to leave. That's it, this is my life. We had accepted that. But today, we have woken up, we have awakened. What about my emotional need? What about my emotions? And today, there are a lot of pundits who are giving gyan on office culture, office stress, this, gender bias, and this and that. Kal tak to nahi tha. But today they have all woken up. So what has changed? India is same. Of course, governments have changed. There is development, but people are same. Our genes are same. Our DNA is altogether same. Generations have passed. Okay. What has changed is that we have become a group of people, citizens who are now become more learned.
Maybe they are reading more and exposed more.
Watching, exposed, understanding. All this is now, it is happening at a very fast pace. So perhaps that may be the reason I feel of the burnout, and at the same time not able to find that joy.
So, you brought out a beautiful point when you say joy, find your joy. while we chose the job, it was probably the joy that we put in so many years into some one thing. There's no switching in between. But while we want to find a joy, we also have a social pressure of being stable. For many, social pressure of taking care of the family. And by this time, we have, running into the cat race where we have houses where the installments are going. We have a car that is on EMI. How do we balance that out? How do we find joy? If we find joy, then we have to sacrifice that. How do we balance it?
See, I have seen a lot of professionals, they studied to become doctors, but some of them, they are today professional shooters, playing for India in Olympics, getting medals. Some of them who aspire to become IAS, now serving in military. Some of them aspire to serve in military, now are actors.
Yes.
So this is nothing new. See, I have always been a believer of one phrase, that is, man proposes, God disposes.
Yes.
You don't know what is in for you, because today none of us have that power to write our own destiny.
Yes.
Someone is writing our destiny. So because of that, a lot of times we are advised by, I have seen a lot of counselors, they usually say, go with the flow. It's good for you. Otherwise, unnecessarily your mental balance would be disturbed.
Yes.
For some time, just swim with the flow. This is what most of our elders in the family or colleagues, TK. Because a lot of time it so happens, I have also experienced a lot of these youngsters, they feel that we deserve promotion compared to our colleagues, but because we are not in the good books of our bosses or seniors, we are not being promoted. This is also one more reason for this burnout.
Yes.
Because they feel that constantly there is injustice being happening to them. In spite of being quite capable, giving good results to the company, that brings them emotionally down. That brings their morale down. And this is most common in corporate jobs.
Yes.
I think everywhere. I would not want to just put it in one field, but in all the fields this happens.
Yes.
That if you're, in spite of your talent, if your PR skills are not good, it's not enough. So today I just wrote one column on this subject. That talent without a stable mind is useless talent. A lot of people in this world, they have talent. Exemplary talent. But their mind is not stable.
What do you call mind stable?
See, what happens is that, to give you a simple example. Suppose someone, he's serving in a corporate house as a receptionist, okay? Good voice, very pleasant personality, but ends up doing blunders, giving wrong answers to right people. For example, suppose the boss is saying that if so-and-so call comes from so-and-so, just tell that I am not available. Don't bother me. And this call comes. Now this person, if he or she is of a stable mind, he would follow what is being asked to do.
Yes.
But then when your mind is not stable, he or she would start conversing with the opposite person and try to, discover that why the boss has told me to lie to this person.
Yes.
This makes that person committing blunders one by one, and he or she ends up losing job. So talent, good voice, good personality, but doing wrong things at the right time.
Yes, I have heard being at the right place at the right time. You are saying right thing at the wrong time.
So this, humans are very difficult people. human mind and God has created something which is very, very difficult to understand and manage.
You rightly said that you have a capable ability, aptitude, everything is right, you deliver results. But PR skill is not there. However, we also say PR skill, we don't put it in a very sophisticated way. We just say, हमसे चापलूसी होती नहीं है. How do you... I am a firm believer that you need to have a good PR skills and it is important. But how do you convince people that it is a PR skill, it is your behavior and not chaplusi?
See, I always tell this to young BMM students whenever I'm being called to lecture at BMM colleges. I always tell them, you can't please everyone.
Right.
It's not possible for any one single person to please everyone. So the easiest way is what? Please yourself first.
Yes.
That's the easiest thing, number one. And number two, the easiest thing is please the senior most person, so the signal goes down to everyone. Now, when I say senior most, in the sense, it's not about chaplusi and buttering someone, but a lot of times there is something called respect, regard, and at the same time we in our spiritual organization, our founder had told us one thing, that is, I think 90 years back he had told this sentence, that if the younger ones want love, they should respect the elder ones. If the elder ones want respect, they should love.
Yes.
So this is perhaps the best PR advice someone has given 90 years back.
Right.
It's a two-way. Any senior in any organization, they have to be empathetic towards their juniors. Because after all, you have reached this stage after committing a lot of mistake. So, on the back of yours, there is a huge, experience. And this junior one, he has just started. So, allow the junior one to fall down, commit mistakes, give your hand, let him or her hold, make them stand up.
Right.
That's what we call mentorship. This word actually mentor, how many of people in India really understand the meaning of word mentor?
Yes.
Who is a mentor?
Yes.
A mentor is not someone like a military commander. No. A mentor is someone that when you are fallen down, he or she, they have to give their hand so that you can hold and they should lift you up. That's what mentorship is all about.
Right.
So, PR skills in the sense that you should make it a point to respect everyone. Now, a lot of time it so happens that there are a lot of people who badmouth us behind our backs. They gossip or they say things about us, they spread rumors about us. But still, we should respect such people.
Is it? Why? Because it's like, you have to be very straightforward. And if you're talking behind my back, I don't like you.
See, these kind of people, they are seeking something. They are seekers actually.
Right.
You should not see them as your critics, or you should not see them as your kind of enemies. See them as seekers. You have to change your attitude and you have to change the way you are looking at them.
Does ego play in between that, Andrew?
Obviously, it's nothing new, but the way you look at them, that makes a difference. If you look at them as seekers, that they are seeking something, give them, make them happy. They will leave you. They would never mess with you. But if you try to resist, if you try to face, if you try to fight with them, then it would be, continuing thing. There would be frictions. So better give it to them. Kya chahiye? They are seeking something.
Right. So here, what I understand from your responses is the responsibility lies on the senior most than the junior who is working there. It is always about extending their hand towards the juniors and then helping them grow within the organization.
It's two ways. It's never one way thing. A lot of times I have seen that the younger ones today, I see the young generation, they have so much of ego even to ask for help.
Yeah.
Today's young generation, if they fall down, they feel it demeaning to ask for help. Why should we ask help? Can't they see we have fallen?
Yeah.
Are it?
Yeah.
You have to say I have fallen.
Yes, say it loud, yes.
Because, over and all, what I have seen is that we all have killed that child in us. If you keep that child in you alive, you would never ever face anything bad in your life. When a child, he falls down while crawling, what he does? He starts crying.
Yes.
First thing he will do is like this.
Yes, raise hands, help me. Yeah.
So now we have grown up. What's the issue? You have to ask for help even when you are 80 years old.
Yes, yes. So probably the same lies in job burnout as well, that you need to seek help if you are not feeling comfortable, not getting that joy out of your job anymore. You need to seek help. Right. At the same time, when you say keep your child alive, we are told to be mature, grow up, be mature, behave certain way. Our parents tell us while growing up. How do we get that? Keeping the child alive is very difficult in this time.
See, humans are very, very clever and intelligent in changing faces. A lot of time we have heard this by a lot of pundits that, people have so many masks. They wear so many masks.
Right.
So where are these masks manufactured? They are self-manufactured. If you see, just imagine how many masks we are wearing from the time we get up till the time we go to bed. So many.
So many.
So they are manufactured by us. We have not bought it from somewhere. Right? So in a similar way, there is a child in each one of us which is subconsciously we have made that child sleep. It's in sleeping mode. The child never dies till you die. That is why I see a lot of these medical practitioners, what they say that, once a person, he or she crosses the age of 70, 75, they become like child.
Yes.
How is it possible?
Yes.
They are mature, they have seen whole life. How can they become child now? No, the child was there. The child is there till the end of your life. The child never dies. Why? Because you are born as child and you die as child.
Yes.
Why? Because when you are dying, the last few moments of your death, you become a child and you plead to God. Whoever you believe in, that last few seconds of your life when your soul is leaving your body, you literally plead to God, take me. Just like a child asks the parent that please take me. Please take me in your lap. So you are born as a child, you die as a child. Now this whole journey in between, it's your choice how you want to be. If you just see rationally, when you say that you are growing, what is growing actually? Your figure is growing. This whole dhacha.
And that's why we expected to grow mentally.
That is growing. No, obviously, intellectually also you are growing, you are reading. A child would never sit on computer, a child would never read a book. Obviously, it's common sense. But still there is child. How? See, even if you are in the age of 30, 40, 50, see, most of us, when we get anything new or any gift, we are excited. Even for those few seconds, we feel that kind of that, what do I say in English, that good type. If someone gives, we are eager to open that wrapper.
Yes.
क्या है इसके अंदर, क्या है? So that whole curiosity, that anxiety, it is of the child. And sometimes when that stuff is what we had wanted, we will like,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is, child.
Yes.
So it is there, but we have made that child sleep. All of us should use that when we are down, when we are in such a situation.
Right.
That is perhaps the best khilona.
How do we implement that when I'm not happy with the job, when I don't like it anymore? How do I keep my child alive? How do I just bring it to my desk?
See, what happens is, I don't know, I've actually presented a paper on child psychology in Malaysia a few years back. You know, in India, because I have done good amount of study on children in India, in play group and on newborn. In India, I don't know today what is the situation, but there is this palna, what do you call in English? When the child is born, that kapde ka palna.
Yes. Like women do it when we are outside. In traditional homes, that's the case, yes.
And then usko झुलाते हैं.
Yes.
तो usually वो ऊपर एक वो बांध के ऐसा रखते हैं, चाबी मार के.
Yes. There's a little toy that
ऐसा घूमता रहता है. So first 2-3 days that child also enjoys something new.
Yes.
बाद में is not interested on me.
Yes.
What is this? कल परसों अभी रोज.
Yes.
So these guys also understand. He is crying and they start doing this, but the crying does not stop suddenly. So these parents also they understand कि कुछ दूसरा करना पड़ेगा, something else. तो फिर दूसरा हो ऐसा करके
नया लेके आते हैं.
तो he'll hold हाथ में पकड़ के ये कुछ है तो चुप हो. It's same. The same applies here. You have to find your own khilona. Because on your job, your parents are not going to come and give you some khilona. Now, what is that khilona? That khilona is that you have to try and, change your mind's direction in such a way that it comes out of that. Now, when you are driving a car on a ghat, there are a lot of
turns and twists, yes.
तो उसमें संभाल के चलाना पड़ता है. So this is something like when you are down, when you are upset, very carefully you have to take a turn and you have to tame your mind, I would say, and move it in a direction where it is much easier, pleasant. I always tell everyone, forget spirituality and meditation and all, but first thing which can help you immensely is music. Whenever you feel down or whenever you feel quite upset, alone, lonely, try good music. Because ultimately, see, if you go to a neurologist, most of the times for a neurological issue, they would use this word called that, there is an issue with the motor system. So in brains, they find that there are certain, spark, motor, ऐसा वो लोग बताते हैं कि भाई आपका right side, left side, there is some problem. They will give you some medicine. There is a word called neurotransmitter. Okay. What is it? Actually, you and me can't see. There is no microscope. But with the symptoms, the doctor would say that you take this medicine. Now, what that medicine is all about, it would stop your frequency of thoughts. There are 2-3 medicines which help in slowing down the frequency of your thoughts. With that, what happens? For sometimes you will be in a situation where your mind is in a vacuum stage. You won't be able to think anything. It's like you will be like a statue. But when that goli ka nasha comes down, then again वो जो लाइन में सारे थॉट्स का पूरा जो क्यू है, धड़ाम से they will come and attack your mind.
Yes, yes.
And again you will be in same situation. Slowly, such people, they get addicted to these medicines.
Yes.
So, while it is advised once in a day, they start taking twice in a day, thrice in a day. They end up completely down. So now what I say is that ultimately there is something called there is a test called polysomnography, which in simple terms some people say sleep study.
Okay.
That while you are sleeping, the waves in your mind, or how long you are awake, there is something called REM sleep, rapid eye movement. In sleep, how much your eyes are moving, whether you are thinking or what, whether your limbs are moving. Some people, they have this old people, rapid leg movement in the sleep. All these things put together, you put that same person or a patient to soft music. The same, they say, they define on the monitor alpha, beta, theta waves. They would stabilize.
Right.
So there is also something called music therapy. Why do you want to reach a stage which is so critical and you want someone to tell you कि अभी ये try करो?
Right.
Make it a habit to do it every day.
The conversation has been very delightful with you. When we started, it was about job burning out. It was so heavy. Obviously, burning out, the word itself is very heavy. However, when I come to the conclusion here, it has sort of given me an idea of looking at the positive side of it, finding your own joy. And I believe this is a very important thing, that whatever you are doing, just figure out what is the joy. Why are you still continuing? And be flexible to adapt. And if there is a junior, extend your help, give the support, and probably you will get that love and acceptance from your job. Running away is not a solution, what I get from you. And we all are capable enough to figure out where our happiness lies. Reflect each day what you have gone through. I believe we had a wonderful conversation with him. It was not just what we are doing. It was not just how the generation is burning out. It is about reflecting. It is about finding our own joy because we chose it and where we are. So I hope that the episode has definitely helped every one of you, whoever is watching, that it is not about looking at what makes you feel unhappy, but what you have. Because as Nikunj Bhai said, we all have been created exclusively by God. So we have the power to change ourselves and our lives.